These people made between $500,000 and $2 million last year. Not from their morning routine, not from their abundance mindset, not from waking up at 4 a.m. to journal. They made it from selling you their morning routine. The product isn't the advice, the product is you. Your insecurity, your confusion, your desperate hope that there's a shortcut you just haven't found yet. And here's the sick part. Your brain is wired to buy from these people. There's actual neuroscience behind why you keep clicking, keep buying courses, keep thinking this time it'll be different. I'm Ben. I break down systems, including the system that's currently running inside your skull, convincing you that success is about having the right energy instead of the right equation. Today, we're going to dissect why you believe talent matters, why your biology is actively sabotaging your progress, and the 4-step protocol to override the programming. This isn't going to make you feel good. It's going to make you functional. If you're ready to stop wishing and start executing, let's get unfiltered. Let's start with the lie that's keeping you comfortable. The talent myth. You love this one because it gets you off the hook completely. If Elon has some magic brain chemistry you don't have, if Bezos has a genetic advantage, if that influencer just gets social media in a way you never will, well, guess you can go back to scrolling TikTok, guilt-free, right? Here's what talent actually is. It's the speed at which you improve when you try. That's it. That's the whole definition. If you're talented at piano, it means your first week of practice gets you further than someone else's first week. But here's the part nobody tells you. Talent is a 20% head start in a 30-year race. It matters on day 1. It's completely irrelevant by year 3. The research from Angela Duckworth, who actually studied thousands of high performers, shows that talent without effort is just unrealized potential. Here's the equation that actually matters. Talent times effort equals skill. Skill times effort equals achievement. See that? Effort counts twice, not once, twice. This isn't motivational speaking. This is math. The grinder beats the genius 10 times out of 10 because the genius quits the moment things stop being easy. And here's where you're screwing yourself. Every time you say, I'm just not a numbers person, or I'm not creative, or I'm not good at sales, you're running a program in your brain called a fixed mindset. Psychologist Carol Dweck spent 40 years studying this. A fixed mindset is when you believe your abilities are set in stone. It's a trap designed to protect your fragile ego from the pain of effort. Because if you're just not good at it, you never have to feel the discomfort of sucking at something while you learn. But here's the hack. Add one word to the end of that sentence. I'm not good at this yet. That one word changes the entire program. It tells your brain, this is a solvable problem, not a permanent condition. I don't care about your potential, I care about your output. Stop looking for evidence that you're special. Start looking for evidence that you can improve. Okay, so if effort is all that matters, why is it so hard to just do the work? Why do you watch these videos, get fired up at 2 a.m., maybe even write down some goals, and then wake up the next day and do the exact same thing you did yesterday? It's not because you're lazy. It's because you are chemically dependent on being stuck. Neuroscience has a principle. Nerve cells that fire together, wire together. Every time you wake up and feel anxious, overwhelmed, like a victim of your circumstances, your brain releases a specific cocktail of stress chemicals. Do that every day for 5 years, and your nervous system doesn't just expect those chemicals, it craves them. Dr. Joe Dispenza calls this the body becoming the mind. You're not feeling emotions anymore. You're executing a program. Your body is a drug dealer, and the drug is familiarity. So when you try to change, when you wake up early, when you start the business, when you go to the gym, your body goes into withdrawal and it screams, this feels wrong, this is uncomfortable. Something is broken. And because you don't understand what's happening, you interpret that discomfort as a stop sign. You think, this is too hard, I'm not ready, I'll start Monday. No, that discomfort is not a stop sign. Your brain is rewiring. New neural pathways are forming. The old addiction is being starved out. It should feel wrong. That's how you know it's working. You've been treating your mind like it's you. It's not. It's a piece of hardware running outdated code. When your brain says, I'm tired, or I'm anxious, or I don't feel like it, you don't obey it. You observe it and you say, okay, the hardware is overheating. Noted. We're running the code anyway. You have to train the animal. So how do we actually build a brain that executes instead of excuses? We stop relying on motivation. Motivation is a feeling. Feelings are weather patterns. They come and go. You can't build a business on weather patterns. We rely on grit. But grit isn't what you think. It's not screaming while lifting a heavy tire. Grit is not intensity. Grit is consistency. It is the ability to hold the same top-level goal for a very long time. Most of you are intense for 72 hours. You go to the gym for 2 hours, you buy 4 business books, you make a vision board, then you crash. I would rather you give me a 4 out of 10 effort for 365 days straight than a 10 out of 10 that lasts till Thursday. Here's the 4-step protocol to install this operating system. Step 1, the no 0 days patch. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to not hit 0. If you're writing a book, 1 sentence is not a 0. If you're building a business, 1 cold email is not a 0. If you're getting in shape, 10 push-ups is not a 0. Consistency compounds. Intensity evaporates. James Clear talks about this in Atomic Habits. The difference between systems and goals. Goals are temporary. Systems are permanent. Your system is simple. Do not hit 0. I don't care if it's 1% of what you wanted to do. 1% is infinitely more than 0. Stop trying to be a hero. Be a machine that refuses to shut off. Step 2, the identity override. This is where most people screw up. They say things like, I'm trying to lose weight. I'm trying to be an entrepreneur. Wrong, you're admitting you're not one. Instead, I'm not a smoker. I am not a smoker who is trying to quit. Same situation, different identity. Why does this matter? Because your brain will sabotage anything that conflicts with your self-image. If you identify as someone trying to lose weight, your brain sees the gym as a temporary deviation from your normal life. If you identify as an athletic person who let themselves slip, the gym is just you returning to baseline. Your behavior will automatically align with whoever you believe you are. This is why millionaires who go broke often make it back. This is why lottery winners who were broke before usually end up broke again. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your identity. Reprogram the identity. The behavior follows. Step 3. Burn the ships. In 1519, Hernán Cortés landed in Mexico. He had 600 men. They were outnumbered. The odds were terrible. So he did something insane. He ordered his men to burn their own ships. No way home, no retreat, no plan B. Only one direction, forward. You need to do the same thing, not metaphorically, literally. Trapping yourself is more effective than motivating yourself. Here's how you actually do this. Financial traps work. Want to launch a business? Prepay for a booth at a conference 6 months out. Non-refundable. Want to get in shape? Hire a trainer and pay for 20 sessions up front. Want to quit your job? Give notice. Sign a lease on office space. Tell your family the plan. Now, failure costs you real money, real reputation, real consequences. Your lizard brain doesn't understand potential. It understands loss. When the only way out is through, you find a way through. Most people keep an escape hatch open, just in case. That escape hatch is why you never commit. Burn the ships. Step 4. Embrace the cringe. You are going to suck at first. This is non-negotiable. Babies fall 2,000 times before they walk. They don't feel shame. They just get up. Somewhere along the line, you learn to be embarrassed by failure. You need to unlearn that. The growth mindset, the real one, not the Instagram version, is just the belief that failure is data. When you send a cold email and get no response, that's not rejection. That's information. Your subject line didn't work. Test a new one. When you post a video and get 12 views, that's not failure. That's a baseline. Now you know where you're starting. If you aren't cringing at your work from 6 months ago, you aren't growing. If you aren't failing regularly, you aren't trying hard enough. I want you to seek out the discomfort. I want you to look for the hard thing and run toward it. Because on the other side of that cringe is competence. And competence is what separates the 1% from everyone else watching guru videos at 2 a.m. Success is not a personality trait. It's not a gift from the universe. It is a system. It's the result of rejecting the fixed mindset that says you're finished and adopting the growth mindset that says you're just getting started. You've been programmed to believe that talent matters more than effort. You've been programmed to stay comfortable, stay confused, stay dependent on people selling you shortcuts. But you can rewrite the code. It's going to hurt. Your body will fight you. Your friends will tell you to relax, to be realistic, to stop trying so hard. Ignore them. The only thing standing between you and the 1% is your addiction to your own limitations. Break the addiction. Become the architect. If you're ready to stop making excuses and start building systems, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Keep building.